Welcome to Frank's Self-Love and Self-Empowerment channel. Today I would like to talk about one of the most important things we have to pay attention to if we want to begin to cultivate self-love in our lives. Have you ever wondered what is one of the most destructive habits that we have as human beings? The one habit that really erodes the foundation of self-love in our lives. Fundamentally, it's our inner negative self-talk. That's what I mentioned in my introductory video. It's actually the conversation of our inner critic. It's this voice that keeps putting us down. It's this voice that keeps comparing you with other people. Whenever you suddenly start feeling really bad about yourself, when you start feeling low, when you start feeling depressed, when you start feeling, God, what happened? I was sort of happy before, but now I really feel down. I feel like my energy dropped. I feel like I just don't feel good inside. I feel like as if somebody would have taken away my energy. And whenever that happens, that's a sign that you have had a very negative internal dialogue going on in your mind. Whenever we do something, whenever there are other people, we keep comparing ourselves to this standard, to this internal idea that we have of what it means to be perfect, of what it means to be good enough, which usually can never be good enough for the inner critic. And so what really happens is when this inner critic comes in, when this negative self-talk keeps coming up, that's when we start putting ourselves down. And now comes the most important aspect which you need to understand, and that is the inner critic. If that keeps going on unconsciously, it will begin to sabotage your sense of self-worth, and eventually it will affect your self-esteem. And once your self-worth and your self-esteem are going down, are being eroded away by this negative self-talk, that's when your self-confidence also starts being affected. And once your self-confidence is shut, just put it that way, then you will feel incapable. You will feel whenever you have a project or something very important, you will feel, I can't do it. I'm not able to do this. I will fail. I won't succeed. And so the negative self-talk then really reaches a point where you feel totally disempowered. You feel totally incapable. Eventually, you really feel powerless. And so the first step in cultivating anything is really to become aware. That's cultivating conscious awareness of your inner dialogue, becoming aware what you're telling yourself all day long, and also to pay attention. What do you feel? What is your state of feeling in a given moment? And most likely when you feel down, when you don't feel good, that's when your inner critic has come in and has started to put you down, to say negative things about you, such as you're not good enough, you will never succeed, oh, look at yourself, you're not attractive, you're too fat, you're stupid. It really has the most derogative words, the most painful sentences that anybody could ever tell you. And this is really the negative self-talk and essentially the voice of your inner critic. And so in this video, the first step of what you need to do is to learn to pay attention to your inner critic, essentially to the voice or the dialogue that is and keeps going on in your mind. And once you become aware of that, then you will also get to know your inner critic and what these words are, what these sentences are that the inner critic is telling you, more or less, I don't want to say all day long, but a big part of your day. And once you know what's going on, once you know what your mind keeps producing, you have the possibility to consciously make a change, to focus your mind in a new direction, to give it a new input, and to start changing these negative sentences. So I hope you really enjoyed this video, and I wish you fun and also a big portion of curiosity to really explore, to really get to know, do I have actually negative thoughts about myself? Do I have an inner critic? Do I have these negative ways of thinking about myself? And if I do, what are these sentences? What is it that I'm telling myself? How do I put myself down? How do I criticize myself? So have fun with that, and I look forward to see you in my next video. Take care. Bye bye.